4, 3.
It's showtime.
Good morning, Vietnam! Welcome to the party, pal!
See you at the party, Richter!
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Get away from her, you bitch!
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
You did not going to say that, did you?
What I do have are a very particular set of skills.
To do the binds.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Inconceivable!
Little Dallas multipass.
This is a tasty burger.
Face.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
I'm the bad guy?
And home. Smash.
I can speak with an English accent.
I have a very great friend in Rome called Biggus Dickens.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
You went over my helmet?
What would you prefer? Yellow spandex? I know, right?
There's no crying in baseball!
Hey, where are the white women at?
They're digging in the wrong place.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Are you not entertained?
Second start of the run. Straight off for one.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
21 gigawatts!
Wax on, wax off.
Oh, my goodness, I am sporting a tremendous Woody right now.
Excuse me? Baking powder?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Bartender is the aristocrat of the working class.
You want to flip 6-3 whole play and you can score.
Cover me.
Why so serious?
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria! On this team, we fight for that itch.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
No ticket.
No ticket.
We're gonna get FUBAR now.
What the hell's FUBAR?
I get older, they stay the same age. They just...
Here's Johnny.
It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. 15!
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Good. Oh my God. I fucked it up again.
Already. Off rip.
Already. Welcome to the Reel McCoy. I'm your host, Meffistoe, and usually with me, my hetero life mate, Oh My Feelings. How are you, sir?
One of these days, you're gonna get it. I swear.
One of these days.
One of these
days. What is the Reel McCoy, you might ask? The Reel McCoy is your weekly movie podcast where we ask you to go watch a movie, you watch it, come back to us, and we break it down for you. This is a new month. This is May, sort of our birth month in a way. But regardless, every single month we start off with a nice little different theme to it. And this month we decided to go a little, a little crazy, a little kooky, a little QAnon-y, if you say, in all things conspiracy-wise. And to start us off, is a movie that people kind of forgot actually existed. And it's called, oddly enough, Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. And we have today our longtime friend that we kind of lost in touch with, but is back with a vengeance. Our pal, our good friend, Hagar. Wait a minute, I've got applause for you.
Actually using a screen for a change. All right, buddy.
Actually managed to use the soundboard today. Have it been, Hagar? How's everything, generally speaking?
It's good. Good, man. I'm living life. Got myself a wee camper van. That's
good.
Amazing. Well, me and my partner's got it. And it's just great. Loving life.
Awesome. Now, I will ask you the first question that I usually ask All My Feelings is, when have you seen this movie for the first time? And how'd you like it, generally speaking?
I watched it on Wednesday.
The first time?
Yes.
Wow.
Never heard
That's
of it.
great.
Never seen it. Nothing.
Good.
When I start, I had such fun. It was just that I was happy all the way through that film.
All right, cool. Happy. I would say I was happy. I was laughing throughout this movie because this is sort of right up my alley in terms of like stuff that I'm like thinking about. But it's, you know, some things are, you know, provable. Some things are nice to think about. And you're like, after you think about them, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
All my feelings. When have you seen this movie for the first time? And do you like it?
I think it's one of those things where my parents and I would always have when I was growing up. We'd have movie nights. Now, whether it be on a Friday night or when I was younger, it was Friday. We would watch Tales from the Crypt. Then we'd watch a movie.
Okay.
A lot of times horror that I shouldn't have been watching when I was a kid, but that's the way it went.
That's the way life goes.
And then I think later as I grew up, we kind of stopped the tradition when I was like 15 or so. So I'm like 99, 2000-ish. But this is one of the last movies that I remember us all sitting around together watching on one of those movie nights.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm the only guy who actually has seen this in the theater. Now, it's not because I'm that old. It's because that
it's a little bit that.
True. No, it was all about when it actually came out. This one came out in 1997, and around that time, so around from let's say 1995 to around 1998, I went to the movies almost every week when there was something to watch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me about that.
And because I was a teenager, like a high school teenager, and after I finished high school, it was before I enlisted. So I had a lot of free time. I had lots of weekends. So there's plenty of movies to watch. Plus, back in the mid 90s, there was a movie coming out I think almost every week. And when it wasn't, it was like, I don't know, January, February, when everything kind of dies down. But during the summer or leading up to the summer blockbuster, this came out like late August of 1997.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't this the film was it Con Air that it beats out?
I don't remember, but I think it was beat out. Yeah. It beat out. I think it was Con Air, but it doesn't really matter because it's sort of like it was one of those movies where I distinctly remember watching this on the sort of like the main showing, and then going to see another movie after it on like the midnight showing. So this was 10 p.m. circa 10 p.m. and then a midnight showing, if I'm not mistaken, because I think this movie's like 2 hours 15. So
yeah,
it started a lot longer. Either started earlier, or the midnight showing was like 12:30, something like that, because it was in the same theater, so the same place. Yeah.
Correction, it was Air Force One.
Force One. I did watch Air Force One too, but I don't think I watched two of them the same night. Pretty sure. All right, cool. Let's say hello to the chat. We'll say hello to Gambit. We'll say hello to Kaladin, and we'll say hello to all the other lurkers that are just watching the show and enjoying the stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, let us start at the beginning, where we start every single show with a little segment we like to call Behind the Screens.
Sound production, take 2.
All right. Behind the Screens is where we turn to me and get the lowdown on everything that is behind the scenes, production-wise, all that good stuff, and not to mention a few tidbits here and there. And you guys interject if you want to say anything. You're more than welcome. And some of these things won't actually surprise you that much because you're like, of course. Okay.
I do have one note, but we'll get to it when we get to casting.
Okay. I think I know what you're going to say, but okay. While working on the set of Assassins, a movie that we did cover on this show, Brian Helgeland, the writer, pitched a story to Joel Silver about a man who writes conspiracy theories newsletter, but then, of course, he stumbles into a real one, but he doesn't actually know which one it is because he's sort of like that boy who cries wolf. But then suddenly a bunch of wolves actually turn up and he doesn't know how to deal with them.
Why doesn't anybody believe me? I swear I'm not crazy.
Exactly. And that's how this movie got pitched. Now, the thing about with Joel Silver, everybody knows him, like Die Hard, all that stuff, Commando. Joel Silver did not quite get it. So in order to trick Joel Silver to pick up this script, Brian Helgeland said, well, if you're not going to get it, I'm going to find somebody who will get it, and I will get paid because this script is going to be the best I've ever written in my life. And Joel Silver obviously bought the script for millions. Now, the thing about Brian Helgeland, he did kind of stood behind his writing because remember, this is 1997. Do you know of any other movie that Brian Helgeland wrote that we covered on the show? You were not on the show, but we did cover it on the show that came out in 1997. Chat participation is most welcome. Oh, my feelings. Hagar, do you know?
Nope.
I know you're not a big movie buff, but
it wasn't LA Confidential.
Correct.
Oh,
ding,
it was.
Ding, ding.
All right.
Pay the man. Yes, it was LA Confidential. And also Brian Helgeland got an Oscar for writing the script for that movie. All right.
Deserved.
The script itself, admittedly, it was inspired by several different things. It was, of course, the Illuminati theory. It was the JFK assassination, several theories, not just one. Sprinkle in some Clinton scandals because it was the Monica Lewinsky era of Clinton, and several other prominent CIA circa MK Ultra and the Watergate scandal and the theories behind the Watergate scandal, Deep Throat, all that good stuff. It was all an inspiration. Some of it is like verbatim.
He kind of goes on that full tangent where he names all of them. Like even going down to the one that is probably the weirdest one out there had to be the Rockefeller Center conspiracy.
That yeah.
Wild. And obviously too the pet chipping. It's like, because it's a slippery slope. They put it in your pets, so you would put them in your kids, because why not?
And he went into the fluoride in the water, which is totally correct, been proven, but it made me laugh so hard. It's like, oh, you're like Joe Rogan inside that cabbie in that first 5 minutes of the movie.
It only would have been better if Joey Diaz made it was actually would have been
better. Oh, that would have been amazing.
That would have been perfect.
Listen,
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about there. Look, Jerry, look. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. What the fuck is going on?
I thought it was actually on like the radio. He was like a radio presenter with the way it sounded.
Because it kind of sounds like it, but as soon as you get into the cab, you're like, oh my god, it's the cabbie who's not looking straight. He's just looking at the fare. He's not even looking at the mirror, right? He's just looking at this little old lady and some other dudes. All right. The first draft was a bit tighter, so I think it was around 100 minutes ish. A bit tighter, way more dark, and Helgeland was going for like this indie project kind of a feel to it, rather than just this big budget kind of whatever it became. And he wrote he wrote it so on page 120, which is the last page, Jerry would die. So die and like for real die. And then Richard Donner read it and he said it was the best ever 119 pages he has ever read in his life. And of course, that created a bit of, disputes, we'll call them. But despite Helgeland's many protests, the script kind of got toned down a little bit and sort of like push and pull. And the new ending is like he's not really dead, she knows he's not really dead, but he has to stay dead in order to, keep her safe. That's the whole idea. And he even said to Donner after everything wrapped, is like, how can I get a script through Hollywood and get them to just do what it says on the page? And Donner, of course, told him, look, when you get to the director's chair, you'll realize how much compromise you have to do in order to actually get your vision done. Even though it's a little bit of a distorted vision, you'll basically get your vision done as much as humanly possible with just tiny, tweaks here and there. Now, that was a sage advice because when Helgeland wrote and directed Payback with Mel Gibson, he ended up being not fired off the movie, and a completely different ending was shot. Like 30% of the movie was shot when they got rid of him because he just couldn't compromise his artistic vision. So at the end, he did not listen to Richard Donner. Next, casting. Do you want to start?
No, just a little fun bit. Dean Winters, he's in the movie just very, very briefly.
Okay.
He's one of Jonas's henchmen, right?
Okay.
The fact that he was in this movie as it finished wrapping, he actually got hired to play Ryan O'Reilly in Oz because of his connection with this and Donner.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him and it's a blink and you'll miss it. And there's a lot of these faces. There's the do you know at the end where the sort of fake FBI and
the janitor there, like he's
not the janitor, the guard.
Yeah,
he's like this Jewish guy who is later in Suits.
Yes,
and also the car that does the surveillance that Jerry kind of puts the cable on. The guy at the back is the guy from he's been in lots of stuff, but he's the Jewish guy from As Good as It Gets. There's Jews in my table.
Yep.
He's that guy.
He is that guy.
But he's also in House MD.
Yeah.
Right? Right. Where was I? Casting. So Mel Gibson, they kind of, because Donner worked with him a lot, he kind of knew that's the sort of guy I want that can sort of play crazy, but you're sort of like crazy that you love him. Like Martin Riggs, essentially. And Mel Gibson, but they were not sure Mel Gibson could connect to the whole conspiracy stuff. He read the script and immediately he called Richard and was like, I'm in. It's like, I don't care. I'm in. Right. He loved the script. He loved everything about it.
What's funny too is, what other actor that was really getting hot at that time that would have been perfect in the role? Nicolas Cage.
Well, he was busy.
He was very busy.
He was very busy. Now, the first choice to play, I forgot the name of the character.
Alice.
The first choice to play Alice was Jodie Foster. But Jodie Foster declined the role because she was going to shoot Contact, which came out the same year.
Oh, yeah.
They also went to Winona Ryder and Robin Wright and Gwyneth Paltrow, but they all declined or they didn't fit or otherwise just were not hired. It was actually Gibson who suggested Julia Roberts. Now, Julia Roberts initially said that she doesn't want to do it because she was just coming off a project and she just wanted a little bit of a rest. So in order to nudge her to do the role, Gibson actually cornered her in a hotel until she said yes. And when she did say yes, he was like, he called in and there was a full band marching through the hotel, like with signs, thank you, and yes, and she's gonna do it. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mel Gibson is a kooky kind of guy.
Yes,
That
he is.
sounds like something that character would have done.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
A very Jerry move.
And the thing is, because I thought for sure that they don't even have any chemistry at all. And it kind of shows to me, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But the two ended up doing a really extensive amount of rehearsing before the thing. It's not like Hollywood rehearsing where they like horizontal rehearsing, but no, they worked on the role in order to have that sort of unique chemistry. I got you, Hagar. I got you. In order to get that special chemistry, because it's sort of like he loves her, but she doesn't really love him, but she sort of like stumbles into it. It's very unique, that sort of relationship. So they worked on it a lot. Patrick Stewart. This was pre-X-Men Patrick Stewart, of course. Patrick Stewart just wrapped up Star Trek before the first even movie. And he really wanted a project that he does not play anything close to a good guy or a captain of a ship.
Yeah. And I would say too, this is like the best deviation from who Patrick Stewart is in most of his roles, besides Avery Bullock in American Dad.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, you're like, yeah.
Yeah. He wanted that role where you could not trust anything he says because he lies all the time, like all the time. And he loved playing that role. Regardless, he didn't like the makeup, but he was like, I don't care. I don't care. Right. So
you would have to assume that Patrick Stewart would be like, after he's worked on The Next Generation for so long, with that little makeup, he'd be like, I got off easy, man.
Yeah. It's just the nose makeup.
Yeah.
So Julia Roberts had to ride a horse. Now, back in the day, she did not know how to ride horses correctly.
Yes.
They brought in a guy called Peter Leone. He was, I think he was the team captain of the USA equestrian team for the Olympics. And he also owned a ranch, like a riding ranch. That riding ranch is that riding ranch where she rides at the very end of the movie, where, you know, Jerry looks at her through the window. That is the ranch. It's his ranch. It's also that team's ranch, but it's his. It's his property.
Gotcha.
And it is really in Connecticut. Right. We talked about this. The first sequence where you see Mel Gibson as Jerry go crazy. Hagar said it kind of sounds like a radio bit, and then you realize, oh, it's real. Most of what is going on is completely ad-libbed, is right up the top of his head. That's how connected to the material Mel Gibson was. He loved going into those theories. He kind of knew tangentially, not by heart, but sort of like bullet points of the stuff. And if you look at it with scrutiny, all of what he said was all bullet points of theories that were circling around all throughout the 90s. Remember, one of the inspirations for this entire movie was the success of The X-Files, was the success of Oliver Stone's JFK movie, right?
Which I did love the fact that he actually included that as one of the conspiracies as well. It's like,
yes,
there's a reason why Oliver Stone isn't dead yet.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Now, flipping backwards to Jodie Foster. Now, why was she even the first choice for the casting? That's a very, very simple and weird, in a weird kind of way. Because if you remember John Hinckley, who tried to kill Ronald Reagan, do you remember why?
Because he was trying to impress Jodie Foster. That is
correct.
True. That is true.
That is correct. That's why she was first. Like, that's why they called her in first.
Because John
Weird
was
and
in
wild
love with 14-year-old Jodie Foster. Yes.
And to be fair, both Foster and Gibson were in Maverick, which was directed by Richard Donner.
Yeah.
So there was a rapport there.
Which that was only like what, 2 years before that too?
1994.
Yeah. Okay.
So 3. Yeah. All right. Now for the little bit of fun bits. Like little Easter eggs that you, if you know, you know, and if you're not, you know, it just goes over your head and it really doesn't disturb the like story of the movie. Jerry's hospital room where he got arrested, got chained to the bed, right? The number of the room is 322, which is referencing Order 322, which was the sort of like name of the Harvard Skull and Bones Society, which, if you did not know, the conspiracy about it is a lot of presidents were in the Skull and Bones, and some future presidents are still there, plus all that stuff. You know who wasn't in Skull and Bones? Not me. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say his name. He is obviously the current president of the United States.
Because oddly, after Clinton, George W. Bush was
correct
in Skull and Bones. Yeah,
yes,
but he was
like
he at
Obama,
Harvard or Princeton?
Obama wasn't. Yeah,
I can't remember. Did he go to Harvard or did he go to Princeton? I don't remember which.
I don't know, but I know Bush was in Skull and Bones for sure. Both Bushes, by the way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Skull and Bones is Yale. Okay,
Yale.
Sorry,
okay, I know it's
Yale.
Ivy League. Sorry,
yeah,
Paul.
You know. Harvard, Yale, it's all the same. I'm joking, by the way.
Terrible football teams, excellent rowing teams, and polo teams. You know why? Because they can afford it.
Disgusting. Right. When Jerry runs into the theater, there's a movie playing in the background. Do you know which one it was?
No, and I couldn't. I was going to look it up, but I forgot to.
Okay. So I was watching this with my wife before even going to the research, before everything. And she immediately said, "That is Lady Hawk." And I was like, "How do you know?" It's like,
"Oh, wow.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Lady Hawk." That's what she said. I don't like the movie at all. It is a nod to Donner himself because he directed Lady Hawk. Right. The helicopter. The black helicopters with the silencers. Gotcha again. I said I'm going to mention two words. Two words I'm going to mention. And as soon as it came up at the very start, I was like, is this Alex Jones talking? What the fuck? What,
yeah.
Who the hell? Literally all the bullet points that Mel Gibson said at the start, all of them are in InfoWars by Alex Jones. All of them.
Hey, at least Jerry wasn't like, the Turn of the Frog's gay.
Well, that's a later one. But I was surprised that the Moloch thing didn't go because he actually filmed it around like circa mid 90s. So I was like, when is this going to happen? Well, No, maybe Mel Gibson didn't want to out his friends at the time. All right, cool. So the helicopter, which did not have a silencer, really did almost land in Union Square. It wasn't fake. It wasn't trick photography. He really lowered down almost into the street and lowered people down. This is after New York City gave their permission to perform the stunt, and it was really done. Because I was sure they did it on it's a Warner Brothers movie, so I thought they did it on a sound stage, because they do have a New York City sound stage for it, or not a sound stage, it's an open stage.
Yeah, it's a lot, yeah.
I thought they did it like that, but no, it was actually on a New York street in Union Square. Where was I? Right. The atmosphere on the set. The atmosphere on set was actually pretty chill. It was pretty good. Everybody got along. Cast, crew, everybody got along. However, Mel Gibson wanted to prank Julia Roberts. Why? Because I don't know. So what he did was he gave her a gift-wrapped frozen rat and told her to open it. She opened it and she screamed. Mel Gibson also said, "I like it when Julia Roberts scream." She was so upset, she went to Mel Gibson's toilet in his trailer and saran wrapped the entire toilet.
That's a classic. That is a classic.
Yes. And also, they kept exchanging dead frozen rats between each other. One of them, Julia Roberts, put in Mel Gibson's inner jacket. I don't know how she did that, but she did that.
I was saying, is this where Jared Leto got the idea?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I just found it fucking hilarious.
I've seen that guy do that at work. Put it in someone's pocket. A dead rat.
Did he get fired?
No.
Oh, cool.
No, just messing with somebody. That's just the done thing up there.
Good. Now, the thing about it is Mel Gibson has a thing. And again, it's my lovely wife who pointed it out to me. And he said, well, do you remember when he says, I want to kiss for luck, right?
Yeah.
To Julia Roberts. And he almost gets the kiss, but not really. So the thing about it is he says that in many other movies. He says that to Jodie Foster in Maverick. He's another Donner film. And he says that to Rene Russo in Lethal Weapon 3, another Donner movie. It's sort of a thing to get the protagonists together, so the love interest together. Not necessarily works in every single movie. In fact, it does not work in every single movie at all. It's almost always getting almost there, but then there's something that happens and they get disturbed.
Gotcha.
One last thing. In a weird twist of fate, there was an actual earthquake in Turkey in 1999, and it was also 7.3 earthquake. And it was also right after Bill Clinton left Turkey after a meeting, a diplomatic, whatever happens, right?
Yeah.
Weird. Also, in 1999, Israel and Turkey were really good friends. So we send a bunch of rescuers there with specialized military rescuing, when a building collapses, you've got these specialists. We had those working for the army, so we sent a bunch of them, and we're all buddies. I don't know what the fuck happened since then. I don't know. The world happened.
Yep.
That is what I've got for you today. Bill left an exploding cigar. That wasn't in Turkey. That was in the Oval Office. Soundboard initiated.
That's terrible.
Yes. All right.
No, I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
I'll see you later. All right. Let us, before we start the show in real, or we already did, but before we start getting into the movie, we will play our first game of the night. It is Missing Marquee. Missing Marquee is where we take 10 posters, have their text written off, we display them, and our guest, Mr. Hagar, will have to guess which movie this is. And of course, the chat will help you out. Run away!
I'm ready.
You're ready. Ready to go. All right. Trim those hoofs. Let's go.
Oh, Sister Act.
Sister Act is correct. See, it's not that difficult. This is a newer movie. So I don't know if you've seen it.
Nah.
We covered it on the show.
Yeah, it's a really good horror film. Yeah.
And the director of this movie is coming out with the new Resident Evil movie, which has nothing to do with
28 weeks
Leon and the game and all that stuff.
It's not 28 weeks later.
No.
Years
No.
Nope.
No. Chat doesn't know all my feelings. This is
Barbarian.
And
he actually made another film just about a year and a half ago called Weapons.
Which I have
really
not
good
seen,
too.
but somebody spoiled it for me.
Yeah, it's good.
Still need to watch it.
I recognize that actor, but I don't know what that is.
This is Kevin Costner and Susan Sarandon. This is
Sanders got it.
Bull Durham. It's a baseball movie. Yet another Costner baseball movie. There's several of them.
Fast and Furious.
No,
Fast and Furious.
Which one?
Number. Now, I went back because when this came up last time around, this came up, we said it's 5, and that was a mistake. This is not 5. Which one this is?
4. I also want to say 1.
4 is correct.
4. Yeah.
All right.
It's Fast and Furious, not The Fast and the Furious.
Because that's before they actually started adding different numbers afterwards.
Exactly. So The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious. Tokyo Drift. And Fast and Furious.
Because then it was Furious. Was it Furious 5 then?
Yes, Furious 5 is the 5. Exactly. This is?
I don't know what this is.
Okay.
Paul's got it.
You know the original one is actually British, and it's not about baseball, it's about football. What?
Yep.
Everybody else in the world call football. And it's about Arsenal.
All right.
This is Fever Pitch.
It's all about the Boston Red Sox in this version.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Not sure you're deep enough to have watched this. This is a movie lover's movie. Because it's like it's a movie.
But
yeah, everybody knows the actors. It's sort of like a play, but they made a full movie. So it's not really a play, it's a movie. But this is, of course, Glengarry Glen Ross. This is like
always
a serious
be
movie.
Selling.
Yes, always be selling.
Oh, that's Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 Seconds is correct. This is a Mel Brooks movie. One of his least sort of known parodies because it didn't do that well, I think. So it didn't have any like more of a cultural impact.
No.
Yeah.
This is High Anxiety.
It's a lot of fun. It's actually in there in like one of my top favorite Mel Brooks films, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
It's got, tossed by the wayside, but it's pretty good. Like, because you love Vertigo, and this is sort of like doing Vertigo / Hitchcock / all of those things.
Yeah.
Let me punch it up a little bit.
That's either the Lego movie or Interstellar.
Looks kind of like the Lego movie, but this part is sort of like from the more intense scenes from the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, you said cock. Yes, I know. I said Hitchcock. This is
all time.
Interstellar. That is correct.
Great film. I don't know this one. I'm looking.
This is what I do believe that we were going to put. We need to still do a Washington month, and we haven't yet.
We haven't. This wouldn't have been on the Washington month because I've recently seen it, and I was like a bit disappointed.
I don't know. I really like it.
I know lots of people do like it. I don't get it. This is Man on Fire.
Yep.
Essentially, have you seen the Equalizer series, Hagar?
Let me just double check. Who's in that?
Denzel Washington.
No.
Right.
It's an interesting series. Like he's this ex-CIA kind of black ops kind of guy. He retires. He starts working at this Home Depot place, and this girl gets beat up, and he basically kind of takes out her pimp a little bit, and it starts this whole like gang war thing where it's almost John Wick before John Wick in a way.
It kind of has a John Wick feel to it, but the third one, where he is obviously like 60 years old and he can't really do any of the actions. The girl who was involved in Man on Fire, she was a young at the time. She was like 10 or 12 in Man on Fire. In Equalizer 3, she's already old, but she plays a young FBI agent that they kind of collaborate together, which is weird because every time they talk to each other, kind of feels like it's the same characters from Man on Fire. But, it's neither here nor there.
Oh, so I had actually
Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, it was Dakota Fanning. Like I have not actually seen Equalizer 3. So yeah, okay.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But it like in all the action bits, like he has an excuse why he doesn't watch The Thing, and you'll get it. He has an excuse why he can't move the way he does in the first two movies. There's a story reason why he can't move, but you're like, dude, he can't move because he's fucking like 65, 68. Like we get it. We get it.
Well, and also after just two films of him being shot at and injured multiple times, and not to mention his career beforehand, all those are going to stack up on you when you're in your 60s. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, let me just do this and that and ba-bam. All right, cool. We talked about the first scene, the ad libs, the weird Alex Jonesian sort of like how to tell a story, and then we sort of realize at this point, I'm jumping a little bit forward, of course. We get to this point where he looks at the sparks, and we as the audience are going into his mind, right? We see those glimpses of what the fuck is going on. We see the 3 smokestacks. We see the room, the sort of orangey thing that is going on in there. And we're like, okay, this guy is either crazy or something really is fucked up here. And of course, both of us, right? Both us as the audience and the character of Jerry kind of jungled back into reality, where he's literally going against traffic. and of course, like we said, is the guy actually does pay him, which is weird. But then, of course, there's another thing that is happening at the very start, which we can see the "You're Just Too Good to Be True" song, that motif of going in. And I love this part. You know why? Because it set her up to run, and this is the setup to the payoff where she starts running, and Jerry's in the helicopter. You've never seen her seen her run before, right? Which is stupid because the guy who, like the sniper guy who almost got her,
he had a clear shot. It's like, also, she hasn't gotten away yet. You could take another shot.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't understand. So you shot your friend or your other agent, but you can't take a second shot. It's like, even in bolt action, you're like,
yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah.
You're good to go. You're good to go. But
they only gave him one round.
Oh my God.
Well, you said one shot, one kill. Prove it, sir.
We're bringing professionals here. This is what I love, and it comes up again and again in Donner films. The setup and payoff moments are great in this, which I love that.
Yeah, there are so many other, like, especially we just have that one bit where obviously we mentioned this kind of backstage, but it's like, there is no way the union of taxi drivers would allow him to be part of it because he almost gets into accidents about at least 10 times, and then he purposely backs into another car to get a parking space. Or I'm like, that's a bit much. But
yeah.
The setup and payoff bit is Flip. Like he knows Flip, and Flip's talking about Vietnam and everything. And at the end, Flip is actually one of the guys that's working with Lowry.
Yeah,
which is great.
All right. I want to ask Hagar a question. When Jerry's trying to explain to Alice the whole theory, and he's like, they are controlling them. When he said they, who do you like immediately think about? Who do you like?
My mind, went to like Illuminati, sort of behind the scenes, and there's all different factions that he was talking about. They're all vying for power and control. That's where my mind went.
The thing about it is, and this is something that I picked up. First of all, I haven't seen this movie in like at least 20 years, really, or maybe even more than 20 years, because it's not one of those movies where I put on to watch. What I realized is they either did this on purpose in order to like keep the conspiracy theories to like what is known and not going to like full on Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
He says they, and then he says, well, the CIA and the FBI, and you've got these factions, but he never ever says Illuminati. I think maybe once, like tangentially, but he doesn't really go into it. He never says like shadow government. He doesn't say deep state. Later on, when he does the fake out with the bus, he says, well, CIA, three-letter agencies, the industrial complex. That's like known things.
Yeah.
Not really. He really doesn't go too deep into it. Keeps it a little bit vague, which means what you have in mind is, okay, it's Jonas and the crew, and it's Lowry and whoever he represents. But you always get the sense where he's always at that surface level conspiracy. He knows, but he doesn't really know, right?
Yeah.
I would say he does mention just in his first rant, he does bring up the Freemasons, and he does mention the New World Order, where he says the original George, because when George Bush actually said New World Order, that was a slip of the tongue. He wasn't supposed to say that.
I know.
But he knew it. He meant what he was saying.
He wasn't supposed to say. And you know, Charles Slack or whatever his name is. Blah, 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 blah. I've heard all those theories. Yeah.
Side note, you know, your Mel Gibson is sounding more like Joey Diaz as you're going along.
I was going for Alex Jones, but okay, Joey Diaz. I'll take Joey Diaz.
Well, yeah, because you know about the New World Order, you cocksucker.
It's that little game, Alex Jones. I think it was Asmongold that was playing it, and it's just Alex Jones running across the screen as a wee character, and he's shouting out sayings. And you've got these scientists with syringes chasing you, got shooting them with it. Oh, it's mental. It's just mental.
The thing about it is, the fact of the matter is, a lot of these guys are always sort of surface level. It is. Some go deep into it, but again, every time they speak, it sounds like a raving of a lunatic. So even if they make sense, it sounds like that they don't make sense at all, and they are raving lunatics. I think it's just, if they know a lot of stuff, it's really hard for them to convey, so they just pour all the information. And that's exactly like Jerry, right? He sort of has information or whatever it is, and he wants to tell it, but every time he starts, you realize he's stuck. Whether it's the conditioning from Jonas or his own mind being scrambled or whatever it is, he goes onto these rants and raves and all that stuff. But when Alice tries to sort of focusing him on the problem, he gets stuck and he doesn't know what to say. And that is that issue that they were trying. I think they were trying to go for it, because it happens every single time in this movie until he just blurts out what happens to her dad, which is, in the grand scheme of things, it's a cover-up, not a huge conspiracy. Not really. I think even I mentioned Joe Rogan. What he did say in one of those shows where he goes off, I think he mentions the fact that a lot of these conspiracies, right? A lot of these theories, it's somebody that just put together 1 and 3 and 5 and made it 10.
It's
right.
Like, just like, again, it's that meme from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Charlie with the board with
the board and the lines,
lines going everywhere. Sam, that makes sense.
Yes, and another thing he said: a lot of these conspiracy theories, it's just that you don't understand how many people are just incompetent and stupid, and things just happen because people are incompetent and stupid. I'll just give you, you know, a current thing, okay? A recent thing, not a current thing. Nobody checked the roof in front of where Trump was standing. That's why the guy went up there with the gun and got a clear shot. Not a big conspiracy. It's just the incompetence of those cops.
I said, what is that adage?
People said there's a guy going up the roof. Do you think you want to check this? Nope. Not a conspiracy.
What is that adage?
I don't know.
It's like what you can't blame on.
Oh, don't aspire, like attribute conspiracy to stupidity or incompetence. Something like that.
Something along those lines. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Paraphrasing, but it's something like that.
It's that sort of line. So don't attribute exactly, conspiracy to incompetence.
Malice. I think it's malice or
malice. Yeah. And it's mostly down to like, people don't pay attention and stuff just happens. Like, we had a prime minister that got assassinated, and there's a guy who shot sort of like the an hour before the assassination, and he got the assassination on tape. And when they released it to the public, you're like, dude, the security guards were so fucking dumb that they allowed an unknown individual inside the clean area. Mm-hmm. And they got him in the clean area. So,
that's
not a big conspiracy. And there were lots of conspiracies about that assassination too, which is, like any other stuff.
Yeah.
So, Jerry goes a little bit too deep, right? And he goes into, there's that whole thing about the water main going down. And later on, he explains it to Alice that a billionaire got drowned in there. And I was like, you're going from 4 to 9. I don't know how you got from there to there. Right?
Which is funny because who's the one who gives him the information about it?
It's like the guy who's working there.
It's Flip. Flip is the one that gives him the information, and Flip is working for Lowry, and he's part of the
other
bit.
faction. Yeah.
So maybe him drawing the lines, he wasn't off.
Yeah. We got it from Paul Harley because he is the best. Never attribute malice to which is adequately explained by stupidity. Hanlon Razor. Thank you. I was going for that, but I'm an idiot. So I couldn't find any information about this, but apparently
Jerry gets to have his Clockwork Orange moment.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange moment with Jonas. But no, I was going for, I couldn't find information if he actually did get his eyelids taped.
It looks like it.
I think it was real,
Yeah.
which means he had to have like an assistant always coming in with like drops of water to actually put on, because it's very dangerous not to close your eyes because they will dry out. There's a few other things that are happening in this movie. What'd you say?
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, it was the thought that if you wanted to make someone look mad, that's what you would do to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But essentially, there was no need to open his eyelids other than just making sure there's a light shining in his face. Because he didn't like put any drops in there, like any drug or anything, which, to be honest, it's a little bit more efficient to have like mind altering drugs dipping into your eyes, because it's literally essentially straight to your brain.
That's what I thought they would have done, because that's what they did during MK Ultra.
Exactly. They literally taped it, poured out, like, or did whatever they did in Clockwork Orange, and they just put LSD in people's eyes because it literally just goes whoop, whoop, to the brain, right? But I love the fact that he is so either trained, because he was essentially an MK Ultra assassin. So he was trained in a way, and it just backfires on Jonas because his brain is so scrambled. He just goes crazy on Jonas and everybody else. And he has this, we'll call it Hulk strength in a way. And what I love about this escape is the fucking stunts that he does with the chair.
I said it's hilarious. The guy who falls on the like, he fell.
Yeah.
And he's just so completely whacked out of his gourd. He finds it hilarious.
Yeah. And he ends up being back at Alice's place.
Which we did kind of skip over
I know.
aside, but it's funny that like all of the people that are there know him by name because he's obviously been going to see Alice on multiple occasions. And this, like they know this guy. They know he's completely out of his gourd. And when he shows up and then he just steals the cop's gun, I'm surprised the other cop just didn't just shoot him right there.
I know. Or arrest him right there. What I wanted to sort of point out, because this is something I totally missed while I was watching it. And then it kind of clicked on me at sort of like the very end, where Alice goes back into this mental hospital and she sees the Geronimo, but yet they have a little bit of a Easter egg here, because it's a
Germano. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the Jermaine O. Nicholas. So Geronimo, if you take the bag and you put it in it, it's so weird because it's right in front of your face, but if you don't notice it, because this is right after he just wheels himself into that back of the truck where it just leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out, gets himself arrested. Alice comes to visit him in the hospital, and he's like, switch the charts. And if you're an aficionado of these sort of like, these action thrillers and all that stuff, or especially if it's like conspiracy stuff, X-Files, whatever, you're like, I know exactly why he wants her to switch the charts, right? And she says no, and we don't see her switch the charts, but in the morning.
Well, she's adamant as well throughout the rest of the film until the very end that she didn't, until he asks, and she does admit it.
Yeah.
I was to say, the one thing that I found great was when he's actually with the oatmeal, he puts it on his face and goes, a grueling experience. I'm like, that's a good joke.
Yes.
That's a really good line.
Yep. The one thing that kind of starts her journey into sort of believing Jerry is she comes in, she notices, the guy died. She knows she switched the charts. And again, Jerry tells her, thank you for switching the charts. And she said, I didn't do it.
Well, and they ask her specifically, well, they want you to go with the body to identify him, where it's like, why would that matter? I wouldn't know. Well, I know Jerry, but they want to confirm that it is Jerry. And like Jonas knows immediately. But
yeah,
I did love just the line too, that the first time that Alice meets Jonas, he has, again, just the bandage over his nose, where we don't actually see where the scar tissue is already forming, where Jerry bit him. but when, again, Richard Donner is always great about this, where he always has these little one-liner, little zingers that are interspersed. Again, a grueling experience with this one. Said, no, a dog bit me. Well, you seem sad about that. It's my dog. Play on the fact that that Jerry was one of his. He made Jerry.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, Jerry tells her, he told her already, I bit him in the face.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? And when, of course, Jonas appears, it's like, wait a minute. He said he bit someone in the... Now I see a guy who literally has a face that looks like it was bitten.
Who was looking for Jerry specifically.
Who was looking for Jerry specifically. Yeah. And Alice is, Alice is naive, but she's not stupid, right?
I wouldn't think she is naive. She has cautious skepticism, which you would, because to pretty much everyone else, Jerry seems like he is completely fucking crazy.
Okay. The first thing to me that was probably the only time that I had an issue, right? I don't know if you caught that, Scott, or not. So he tries to escape, and a cop is like, hold it right there. And Jerry, of course, knocks him down. And instead of picking up the fucking keys, he just tries to go down the chute. Of course, Alice comes in, takes the keys, releases him, and he runs away.
And he just falls down. The one guy's like, he's talking to this other doctor about, no, this issue about this surgery with calls. Do I know you? Of course you know me.
Yeah. But why didn't Jerry pick up the fucking keys right there and then? I have
You could argue he's in fight and flight, you know? There's maybe a bit of that.
The only thing I can think of is sort of it's a device. It's a way to make them meet again and have that connection, because she frees him after she also saved his life. So it's sort of like she saves his life twice in the same day or in the same span of 24 hours. It's a plot device to make them be getting closer and closer and closer together, because essentially the whole story is he is trying to protect her, but he doesn't remember shit. So she ends up being protective of him in a weird sort of way, right? Because she believes him, but everything in her body tells her to not believe him whatsoever.
Well, no,
right?
see, right there, that's just the social indoctrination she's been forced to by society, you know?
Shut the fuck up.
He's right.
If you say the patriarchy, I'm going to explode.
Oh, no.
Got enough of that in my house, goddammit. No. I want to move a little bit forward because we're going to stay here all day if we're going to do this.
Going to Jerry's place, which off rip, he doesn't even take into consideration the fact that she's putting not only her job, her career completely on the line for working for the Justice Department, but also the fact that she's putting her life on the line by going with him. He knows this in his mind to be true. So what's he do? He's like, well, I'm going to start talking about Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead for a little bit. And then, then I'm going to talk about Oliver Stone's, the Oliver Stone conspiracy, where I'm like,
yeah,
man, read the room. Read the room, brother.
I've got two things. I even stopped the movie and showed my wife this. Not The Catcher in the Rye, but we'll get to that in a second. The obvious next to the typewriter, the reel to reel. That exact reel to reel was in my house when I was growing up, when my parents were together. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's, if you look at my cursor, it's this thing, right? It's, think of it as one huge Walkman, but you don't put a cassette in. You put a reel in one side and an empty one on the other side.
Yep.
And you stretch the little line in the middle and you press play. That is the big red button there. And that, the audio in the reel to reel is supposedly was better than a record. It wasn't. But you can fit a whole bunch of songs on one reel, way more than you can fit on one record, and even two sides. That's the reel-to-reel story.
And also, for reel-to-reel was used as the primary source of recording information for a very long period of time. Like all the Watergate information, that was all on reel-to-reel. All of the Nixon
Nixon tapes, yes, were on reel-to-reel.
Yep.
The thing about the reel-to-reel is it had the longest amount of recording time available at the time. Even larger than cassettes, even when cassettes were out, even on two sides of the cassettes, the reel was large enough to record hours of audio. All right. Catcher in the Rye. I absolutely love what they did with the Catcher in the Rye, because they had a book and they had a theory. That theory is well known. It goes well with the three named assassins: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, yada yada yada. All the assassins that actually performed the assassination, And then, of course, when we get to like Robert Kennedy, it's like, oh, it's Sirhan. Oh, it's just two names.
No, is this Sirhan?
That is the way that, again, it's a sort of a plot device, but not really. It's sort of that the way for the writer or for the director to tell us, the audience, or even the character, to tell us, the audience. Yeah, a lot of these theories have a lot of some of them have like huge gaping holes in them, but some of them don't really fit. And it's again going like from 1 to 4 to 9 to 11.
Well, because there's one that he messed up really on the serial killers one that was really big.
I know.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yep. I know. And I was thinking the same goddamn thing. It works with most of them, but not all of them. That's why it doesn't really fit. Now, what did they do with the Catcher in the Rye? The theory doesn't say they used the Catcher in the Rye to follow up on these assassins, but they used that to follow Jerry, which means, oh, they must have followed the rest of them that way.
Yeah, so they each have their own compulsion or trigger, and Jerry's was the Catcher in the Rye. That anyone could have had anything else. That they could have heard Madonna and be like, "Well, no, now I have to dance" or something crazy like that. Or
to me, it's sort of it's a great way to like, I'm following you, but I'm not really actively following you unless I need to know where you are right now.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't really work because they fucked up with the cellular phones. Even back then, you could, if her phone had a signal, they could follow the signal.
Yep.
But back then, they had to sort of triangulate where you are, and they know you are like between these 3 towers rather than exactly where you are.
It's a large area.
So, yes, kind of a large area, but if you're in bumfuck Connecticut, it's not that different.
It's pretty easy to narrow down where you're going to go.
Exactly. Exactly.
What do they both have in common?
But if you're like on one of the New York City bridges, the triangulation would say, well, you're on the bridge. We don't know where you are, but you just block 2 sides of it and you just go car by car and you'll find whoever you're looking for.
I did just want to add on that scene, which I thought this is probably the best. I would say really best scene that Mel Gibson has, as he's slowly having the compulsion sort of take over. He can't explain it, so he starts breaking down, and he's audibly crying over it because he's realizing, he's rationalizing what they've done to him in a way, but his mind still hasn't completely wrapped around it yet. So he's just frustrated, and that frustration leads to his his ranting, but also his just breaking into almost sobs. And just as Alice is starting to think, oh wait, maybe he is crazy, then the SWAT team starts breaking and you're like, oh, maybe he's not so crazy.
Scott, what did you think about this entire moment? The bottle goes down, it breaks, and then all hell breaks loose.
Like,
what do you think about what he did with the house?
That was amazing.
Right?
You know, it was just the whole thing. I'm like, I need one of them. I need a trapdoor.
Yeah. It's sort of weird because it sort of comes out of nowhere, but suddenly you realize, oh shit, he's been planning this the whole time. Yeah. He was ready for anything.
Yeah, because
when it happens, is like he gets triggered and immediately it's evac time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was the fire chief going through. It was like, no, he even proofed the walls, so it was only this unit would get incinerated and the rest of the building would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sort of that moment where Alice is like, yeah, lots of people are actually, are after us, or at least after Jerry. But that picture on the downstairs, or like you can tell it creeped her out. It's like, How long have you been following me? What is this? Right?
And it wasn't until they actually go to her place where he just slips up and mentions the whole, because when you're running, you have the picture, you have the picture facing towards your back as if you're running away from it, where it's like, no, if you're stalking somebody, you don't reveal, you don't just like, oh yeah, by the way, I've been watching you for months now.
Yeah. And because he mentions the picture and she's not looking at the picture and she's trying to run away from her picture with her dad. And she goes into ultra, you have to leave now.
Yeah.
Now.
That
And
did look
even
creepy.
because even when she kicks him out, he's so in his mode of like loving her or trying to protect.
He opens the door
protect
again. He's
her.
like, deadbolt the door.
Please, deadbolt. Please use the deadbolt. I like it, but what she eventually does, she sort of like closes the door and a little bit of time passes and she's like, nah. But she really takes a bottle and she puts it
there,
on the door just like he did because she saw it work.
Because she
She
asks,
saw
like,
how
what
it
is that for
falls and-
aliens? No, it's just a beer bottle. Then we have just the first interaction between Jerry and Laurie. I thought was great too.
Great setup and
Yeah.
payoff in this one. It's
Yeah.
so fucking hilarious.
Well, because the first time when he hits him, he was like, "What are you pretending?" Yeah, and he hits him.
Yeah.
Again. And then the same thing that happens later when Alice hits him. He makes it like, "Everybody's sorry."
Me and the missus laughed so fucking hard when she gives him a punch and you're like, oh, I know he's faking it because, and when he gets up, he has the funniest line. Everybody's saying I'm sorry these days.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, that is funny.
Good.
That is goddamn funny. I love that actor, by the way. He's like a character actor, is in many like different things. He's in
Silko's Art. Yeah.
He was in White Men Can't Jump. He's the guy who's like, you're shooting for the Sudan. He's the guy who puts in Rosie Perez in Jeopardy. He's yeah. So, Jerry, after he goes from Alice, he's compelled to buy Catcher in the Rye because he burned all his copies, right? He goes out, he buys the Catcher in the Rye. As soon as it sort of has the barcode click, to me, it's sort of like everybody has their conspiracy theories, and it goes back to the pitch of Brian Helgeland, a guy who has a newsletter, who has like 5 subscribers, right? Who, oddly enough, all get killed.
All
but
get
one.
killed except for one. Yeah.
Yes. Has a newsletter, a kooky newsletter about conspiracy theories he finds in like newspaper clippings. And then of course the wolves actually do activate. And then you see sort of the behind the scenes of all the electronics and all the surveillance. So like, oh shit, wait a minute. He is dead on the money and he is sort of aware of it, but he's not really aware of it because he either conditioned not to, or his brain is so scrambled he just forgot half of it.
All I'm hoping, I was like, no New York public school at the time, school teachers must not have been updating their curriculum. Because could you imagine, like, all over, like at Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, like Flushing, everywhere, they're all like buying copies of Catcher in the Rye for their incoming class.
Yeah.
All these pings are going off. They're like, they're selling like hotcakes, man. We don't know where they're going.
So many fucking assassins out there. Holy shit. And that's where the old man comes in. Oh, The Catcher in the Rye, it's great. Have you not read it? It's like,
Have you read it? No,
never read it.
Classic.
You've never read it? It's a classic.
And his paranoia, like he's even looking up the elderly black guy up and down, like, wait, are you one of them?
By the way, I have read it, but I don't remember what the fuck was going on.
It's really not that good.
I know it's not that good. It's just yeah.
But I love it. As he's walking down, he actually sees the black helicopter and people people rappelling down. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I was right.
Yeah. It's so weird because it's sort of like, yeah, never mind. I was going for something. I let it go. I've said his name too many times on this show.
Black helicopters.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. I do love it. It's sort of like it for Alice. It's really gradual because she's like going with him and then pulling it back a little bit, and going with him and then understanding he's a kind of a creep, and then she pulls back a little bit, and then again 2 steps forward, 1 step back with the whole believing what is going on. But when it does, it's sort of like in the first hour and a half, it's really touch and go. We do see Jerry really being haunted by Jonas's men, like really being haunted and trying, like everybody's trying to reach him. Still, she's sort of tangentially in the story, but she's not with Jerry all the way.
Well, and I think what really is starting to what starts putting it all together is how she starts calling all of his 4 out of the 5 of his subscribers, finds out that 4 of the 5 are dead.
Yeah.
They're like, well, maybe he's actually onto something because all of them just mysteriously died in the last 3 days.
1 day. 24 hours.
Okay,
yeah, she said the last 24 hours, all of them are dead, except for one. This guy called Finch.
Like about something.
Exactly. And he's like, he doesn't even know what to make of it. It's her that kind of puts everything, all that puzzle together, because it's not, Jerry doesn't build puzzle. He doesn't try to solve puzzles. He's just trying to surface level follow up on these weird, kooky theories. And that's his trouble throughout this movie. It is her who actually tries to put the pieces together. And it's within, it goes along with her character too, because she's trying to piece together what happened to her father, because she doesn't believe the guy that was put away actually did kill her father.
Yep. That's
the puzzle she's trying to sort of fill in, even though her boss is like, and by the way, same boss as Lethal Weapon. It's the captain
Wilson
from it's Wilson from Lethal Weapon.
His name's Wilson in this one, but anyway.
Okay, never mind.
But I was gonna say when they're on the bus, he just starts throwing out that theory again of the subway drowning, where he goes, "Look into it, see if the water that's in his lungs is fluoridated."
Yeah, and I was like, "You're it's like Jerry, you're off on a tangent, and it doesn't really matter. It's like it doesn't really matter that the billionaire is dead, right?" And it's sort of like when she's confronting him there in the subway, he sort of, it seems to me that he got offended and left.
No, he got offended because he said, "I love you." And she's like, "Whoa, I met you really like we've had interactions before, but really getting to know you and you're fucking nuts. So you're going to have to pump the brakes there." And he goes, "I got to run away now."
Yeah. I don't want to say he's got that incel mentality, but he kind of did in a way. It's sort of like, because look at her face. Julia Roberts, say what you will, Julia Roberts is a great actress, or at least was.
No.
Her face is so fucking horrified there, as if he took a dump right on her lap. It's like, what the fuck, love? I don't know you.
Yeah.
You're the weird guy that is trying to push stuff on me for 6 months. And what the fuck? And also last night you told me you've been watching me for like forever.
Yeah. So this is good. Well, what's great too is the setup and payoff of the earthquake bit too, because he even mentions like, did you call the president?
Yeah, because he mentions it. He comes in with a map as like every time, like NASA is trying to kill the president with earthquakes. Every time there's an earthquake, there's a NASA shuttle coming like in space. Like, okay, it's like okay. Weather weapons and all that stuff. So what Alice does, she follows up on Finch. And when she does get to the building, which we saw at the very beginning, the criminal, is it criminal defense building? Something like that.
Yeah.
She comes in, and of course
it's Jonas.
It's Jonas.
And I feel so terrible because before I did a rewatch, you know who I thought played Jonas? Ben Kingsley. I could have sworn it was Ben Kingsley, but I was like, it's Patrick Stewart. Why did I?
It kind of mixes with the other movie we're watching this month.
Yeah,
maybe,
a little bit.
Maybe. Although
also
it's
like
an way different role.
I'm thinking an older, bald British actor. And I'm like, oh, at the time, Ben Kingsley was still really major, and Patrick Stewart was really only doing Star Trek. So that's why my mind must have just correlated that the wrong way.
By the way, in the movie we're gonna watch, he's balding and he's got a ponytail. Not gonna lie,
yeah,
kind of fits with Trevor Slattery. Never mind.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Moving on. So, in fact, and I've said this at the beginning, Jonas is a character that tells you something that seemingly seems truthful, but he lies all the time. He lies to Alice. He lies to Alice's boss. He literally, not him, but his minions execute her boss too when she runs away. But he convinces her that Jerry is dangerous, and it's yes, MK Ultra is a real thing, and now it's not. It's a stolen technology, which I'm trying to prevent other people to get, like private entities that can sell it off to whoever. And he's
in a
saying
way
that, and I was like, "You are a bullshit artist."
I would say, in a way, though, he is not lying. He's just twisting the truth to fit his narrative because it was stolen, but it was stolen by him.
Yes, to do his own private studies.
Stuff. So yeah, in a way, he wasn't lying, but he just didn't tell her the exact truth of the matter. and also like how we said the picture too, like we found it in Jerry's safe deposit box.
Yes.
And he did send Jerry to kill her father.
So yeah, he's telling her the truth, but he lies because Jerry didn't really kill her dad. That was the problem. That Jerry didn't
it's like
actually
True
kill
Lies, the film with
no,
shut up.
You're always doing that. Shut up. But he convinces her to essentially tail Jerry.
Yep.
With the pizza. By the way, I did go to New York and ate that large of a pizza. If it's done correctly, it's fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
New York pizza, especially that size, is fucking wonderful. I don't care what you put on it. You could put a fucking anchovies on it and it would be good.
Could you put one of Mel Gibson's Frozen Rats on it?
No. You could put frozen New York rat on it and it would be good. I love that little switcheroo that he does, and I love that when he picks up the piece, who hides a tracking device
in the dead center,
in the dead center of the pizza, where somebody would have lifted and ate. Stupidity. But of course, they do get away from the tail, and he takes her all the way to Connecticut. This is where the story really starts to open up. And this is like an hour 40 into the movie.
Yeah, I was
somewhere
gonna
in
say,
that vicinity.
one thing is really interesting that I found that Donner did such a really good job of doing a callback, because in the background you can see the smokestacks of Ravenwood, where he has a pause and looks at them, and she does too, because she saw it in his mural.
Yes.
So like this must mean something to him, and him, like, he has, like, his mind's still fractured, so he hasn't put all the pieces together yet. So they both have that kind of moment of recognition, but they don't play it off until the very end when they actually do go there.
And like I said, he's not trying to figure stuff out, but she does. She is trying to figure stuff out. And again, she goes back and forth. And this is the moment where she goes, one step back, where she is convinced by Jonas, and now Jerry's the bad guy. But everything he does doesn't actually point out for him to actually be the bad guy. So she's on, like, she doesn't know what to think. Because when they drive off to Connecticut, she's sort of almost timid in asking him questions, right? She's there in the car and she's sort of asking questions, but not really asking questions. And what does it mean? And where are you taking me? And all that stuff. It's sort of that point, but then it all opens up once he takes her into that stable.
Yep.
This is where we're going to take a little pause, take a little break, and we will play our second game of the night. You know it, you love it, you love it. It is Cinema Deathmatch.
Round 1, fight.
Cinema Deathmatch is where we take two movies, pit them together, and see which one is the best one. If there's no discernible difference between the two, both of them are good or both of them are bad, we fall into our criteria, which is Friday evening, Saturday evening, out with the boys, out with the girls, out with your significant other. Two movies in a vacuum. Which one will we pop in? Scott, take your pick. Tell us why. If you haven't seen, you haven't seen.
I've not seen either of them.
Okay. All my feelings, please tell us your pick, and the chat will tell us theirs.
Born on the 4th of July, not just because my mother was, but it's also, I think, it's a better movie.
Born on the 4th of July, because it's the better movie. Bonfire of the Vanities is not that great. It's not that great. It almost killed Tom Hanks's career, for sure.
Yep.
Another Tom Hanks movie. Great. Another animal.
Turner and Hooch is absolutely amazing.
Okay.
I haven't seen Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit and Turner and Hooch. Hagar says Turner and Hooch.
I had a massive called Hooch.
There is absolutely no way. Like, I grew up watching Turner and Hooch all the time with my cousins. That movie's amazing. Seabiscuit. I don't care for horse racing, so pass.
I will pick Turner and Hooch, but I will say that they managed to dramatize the whole Seabiscuit story really well, even though I don't want to say 90%, let's say 70% of the movie is utter bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It is a biopic about Seabiscuit, who won the Triple Crown. Hagar, you don't have to know what it is.
It's all about
just three really important races.
Horses,
so that's why the Triple Crown.
And essentially, like, if your horse wins the Triple Crown, you could basically sell it for millions of dollars in studding fees, which means like they will pay top dollar for your horse's semen, like top dollar.
Yeah.
Oh, professional pimps.
Yeah, pretty much. Eventually,
yes, pretty much.
Oh, I did not know it was Derby Day.
Yeah.
I need to make a mint julep later then.
Okay. It is Turner and Hooch. Amore Perro. I've not seen Amore Perro. I haven't seen Badlands either. So I'm going to do haven't seen either.
It would be Badlands, but yeah.
It would probably be Badlands.
Yeah.
Okay. Two classics.
Yes.
Some Like It Hot or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
It's got to be Willy Wonka. That bit where he's singing when they first go into that big room with all the sweets. I love that.
Yeah, with the chocolate river that went sour and smelled a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Feelings?
Some Like It Hot is a classic, but there's a reason why Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was the main decision why we wanted to do the musicals month to begin with. It's fantastic.
I urge people to go and watch Some Like It Hot. Mm-hmm. It's not a Marilyn Monroe movie. It's way more Curtis and Lemon movie. Way more.
Yes.
And it's fucking hilarious how really current it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the very, very, very end, there is a subtle, not so subtle gay moment. And this is 1959.
Yeah.
Someone's gone to jail.
No. It's all done through comedy, and it's really subtle, and it's really tasteful how they did it. That's why it was so good. That's how to make that subject feel normal and fun and not down your throat and killing you. That's the idea. But for me, it's Willy Wonka because it's the only musical that I actually know all of the songs to, including the sad song that his mother sings, "Wake Up Charlie."
Just
cheer up, Charlie. Cheer up, Charlie. Sorry. All right. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, or Say Anything. It's the movie where you had the boombox.
It's him with the boombox. Yep.
On top of the thing.
It's got to be Snow White.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feelings?
Well, though this is obviously the best version of Snow White, since they've made how many different adaptations of it in the last 20 years?
The original Disney animated movie.
But still, it's the best version of the character. I'm just not a big fan. I mean, I grew up on it, but I Say Anything is one of the reasons why I really love John Cusack as an actor. Like, I think that's one of his best roles in his entire career.
Okay,
but it's also
you still pick Snow White?
I go with Say Anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm an 80s kid, and I don't like Disney that much. So I'm going to go with Say Anything. But I will say this. Out of the two, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves is the better made movie. Say Anything is not that great. Go watch it again. It's not that great.
Yeah. But overall, too, you have to remember, like, without Snow White, there would be no Walt Disney. Full stop.
Correct.
That made the entire studio with that one film.
Absolutely, with unequivocally correct. RoboCop or Ray? Hagar?
Got to be RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
Easy for me.
There's Ray's a great biopic. Jamie Foxx did a good job, but it's fucking RoboCop. Come on.
We'll do one more. Okay. One is a classic, and the other one is just fucking fun. National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon, Part 1. There is no Part 2. Or 8.5. Hagar?
I've not seen either, but I want to see that Loaded Weapon. That looks
okay.
Just the picture looks fun.
I would say if
you like buddy cop movies and Lethal Weapon, you have to watch National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon. It is hilarious.
Say, Hagar, did you like Airplane and Hot Shots? Yeah,
imagine if you like Hot Shots,
basically Lethal Weapon with Hot Shots mixed together, essentially.
It is one of those movies where it's like a laugh every minute. It's like everything is a joke. Everything is a joke.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to pick.
I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm sorry. I'm such a fucking film snob. It's a fucking Fellini movie. I gotta go with it. I know. I
Right.
know. I'm an asshole.
Every bone in my body says to pick Loaded Weapon because I've seen it the most. I've seen it way more times than 8.5.
Yeah.
8.5 is a movie that I reluctantly had to watch because of high school film class, but it taught me to watch movies that are not popular. So watch movies for the art of movie making. So it has a theme. It has a way of filming. It has a way of telling a story, which is different from your Gremlins and Back to the Future and Star Wars and that sort of a thing. But you can't do any of the other film. You can't even do Loaded Weapon if you don't have movies like 8.5. It's sort of weird to say that, but I think it's Fellini's best. I don't know. Some say it's different. Liberian Nights or Liberian Nights, one of those things. This one is a must watch.
Yeah.
If you want to watch a Fellini movie, it's 8.5.
I would say for structure-wise on how to actually properly create a narrative and a full story from beginning to end, that in a very clear and concise manner, I think that 8.5 and Vertigo are the two best examples, and they're done by two of the best seminal directors of all time.
It's sort of like if you need to watch a movie that is a staple, watch a spaghetti western, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Watch Vertigo. Watch 8.5. Watch Raging Bull. Watch.
I would put The Shining on.
The Shining. Watch 2001: Space Odyssey, which I don't particularly like.
Yeah, Kubrick, yeah.
But it's a way of filming this thing. It's a everything. It's a movie.
I would also put
movie.
oddly, it's just because I love the director so much in his oeuvre, but also Fight Club or The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, David Fincher stuff. It's just he has a particular style, and it's really
even
it is
Seven,
his,
which is
Seven,
sort of like on the cusp of being popular, but also being a really deep introspective movie about what is sin all about.
Yep.
It's weird how good that movie is.
Yeah.
Weird and not weird. Right. So we have sort of the crescendo moment in that stable, right? She hasn't been to the stable in years. She hasn't even gone on. He mentions that she hasn't been on a horse since her father died. And he's sort of bringing her back to, I don't know, smell the hay and get back in touch with the horses, which by the time the movie ends, I think Jerry kind of succeeded in doing so. He gets her to where her father died, and
I think
she has
it's
that
more
moment.
She got the closure on her father's death that had been haunting her the entire time, because they even mentioned at the very beginning of the movie, she's talking to Wilson about wiretapping, digging deeper into her father's murder, because it didn't make any sense why the Ziegler guy killed him. It didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. And again, the looks on her face, I truly did love the acting in this movie. I love the little puns and jokes and situations and all the little setups and payoffs that, got me to chuckle. Really did. They really did got me to chuckle. But coupled with that is, again, I don't remember. I didn't remember before watching the movie. I told my wife this. I was like, I don't remember Julia Roberts and Mel Gibson have any romantic chemistry on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And as the movie kind of progressed, I was like, yeah, I remembered this correctly. They really don't have any real romantic feelings to each other right up like until the very end, just because they had sort of a traumatic moment together. Again, she saves him even though he was trying to at least protect her,
which
unsuccessfully.
Now, I think that Julia Roberts here, well, her facial expressions are phenomenal in this, but her automatically just believing the story that he's ranting off, because again, that's the one criticism I have is this scene, just because Mel Gibson's Jerry, he doesn't seem to have like a revelation. He just is like, oh, all the pieces fit together. So I'm reading the script at you. No, I didn't kill him. I went to go kill him. But then I saw that I saw you, so I decided not to in the courtroom.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's really strange how he is the protagonist, yet she is not just the love interest. She's the one who's solving the problems. She's unraveling this mystery. She sees him as the piece of the puzzle that was missing, and she fits it together in a picture that us, the audience, can understand. Jerry does not. Right up until the end, even when the movie ends, he still doesn't piece things together. He sits there in the car.
Yeah, because he asked Laurie,
with Laurie,
you have to give me time because it's coming back to me, but it's not all there yet.
Yes, but that was his demeanor from the very start of the movie. It's there, but it's just out of reach. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
No, he actually utilizes a phrase that I have never heard before. It's right on the tip of my brain.
Yes.
They're in the statement. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not it. Okay.
But of course, he gets grabbed. She runs. He sees her. I said it before. You never seen her run, because he has seen her run. Yeah. Even mentions it. She runs like somebody's chasing her. Again, that's setup and payoff where now somebody's actually chasing after her.
Because Jonas keeps saying like, "Don't watch," she's dead, and like especially like when he gets injected with LSD again, as to like re-trigger him and program his brain, because Jonas even says, by the time I'm done with you, you're gonna think that you killed her.
Yeah.
And that because when he's laying down there and he's singing "You're Just Too Good to Be True," and she hears it, goes, "I'm sorry I got you killed."
Yeah. And of course, as soon as she comes back to New York, she goes to the building because that's where Jonas is, and they open up. And even the guard says,
the security guy's like, "This was Foley's yesterday. I had to call my supervisor."
Yeah. And of course, this is where she hits Lowry, and he doesn't really fall, but he only plays dead because she's not Jerry, and she doesn't know he's playing dead.
Well, and also
that great line. I laughed so hard, man.
But it's clear that she has some kind of inclination where he would go. So it's like, yeah, just let her go. Let her think that she knocked me out so we can tail her. And then we'll know where he is.
And of course, when she kind of realizes where it is because of the smokestacks, because she looked at it in his apartment with her picture on, she looked at it in the bridge. She sort of, again, builds up that narrative, builds up all the stuff that is missing in order for her to get to where Jerry is, because this is where Jonas is. So that's exactly where Jerry is, right? She's not looking she is looking for Jerry, but in order to do so, she needs to know where Jonas is. That's why she goes into the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
where she was looking for Jonas, but he's not there. She needs to go to the basics, and she builds up this thing, or she played geolocator on Google.
Something like that.
It kind of felt that way. My wife, I told my wife, she probably plays, I told her, Alice played like an older version of geolocator. And my wife was like, what is geolocator? It's like, I have a game to show you.
Yep.
I do love the fact, wait a minute. I do love the fact that when she does get to this place, obviously she finds the guy, the orderly.
Oh, the bit with the orderly. Right? It's like, and he kind of credentials, and she gives him $100 bill. This is actually part of the Treasury Department, not the Justice Department.
It is so fucking funny.
Line.
It is so fucking funny. I have Benjamin Franklin over here to show you. I really was like, could you not like use the $100 bill that he was ranting and raving about, that you like, it's a new, it's the new bill that they can use to track you, yet she uses an older bill to give to him.
Well, and it's funny too, because she even says when she's kicking him out, I'll give you $100 if you leave right now.
Yeah.
Apparently she just has $100 on her at all times.
Yeah. And then of course it all ties in again, the ultimate setup and payoff, where the first song you hear in the movie is the song that she sings while the first time Jerry follows her and she hears it on the radio. So he dials the radio because he sees her talk, like
she's singing,
lip singing it, right? Lip singing it. And that's how she finds him. It's, it's one of those movie things that is just too good to be true, yet it works because it's sort of instantly relatable. Like, you don't need to explain too much. It's like, oh, of course. He knows the song. She knows the song. So she sings it in order for them to communicate and then realize where he actually is. By the way, the guard, after she knocks the fucking, lock, there's a guard doing patrols. He didn't hear it?
Yeah.
Right. Secret agent and all that jazz, yet he does not hear the door being fucking knocked. But whatever. Movie magic.
Which again, we mentioned that Dean Winters is in this. Like, he's only in the apprehension scene when they get him from the stable, and I think they show him once the compound, but then like he's not shown with the rest of the guys with Jonas's crew.
Yeah. And I want to show something because I realized something just now. The old man who says about like, Catcher in the Rye, such a classic.
Yeah.
There he is. I just realized that.
Yeah.
See, I'll play it for a second and you'll see his face. The guy there in the uniform, right? This guy is the guy who is in the library saying to Jerry, have you read it? It's such a classic. I literally just realized it.
What the hell?
I know. Funny, isn't it? Of course, there's a big battle because the two factions are onto each other. Of course, I'm not going to say the good guys. The Lowry faction prevails. Jerry gets hit by Jonas's gun after he mops him into the the pool.
Yeah, he's trying to drown him, and then he just uses a mop to just push him down.
Yeah. Jerry gets hit, and this is where Alice kind of has, I don't know if she feels sorry for him. She doesn't love Jerry, but she really feels sorry for him. Again, she's the one that came in to his rescue. He was trying to protect her, got hit. She's the one that killed Jonas, not him. But she had more, I don't know if she had more reasons to kill Jonas than Jerry.
I would think so, because Jonas is the one who essentially is the reason why her father's dead, because Jerry could have killed him, but he didn't. But another one of the assassins that Jonas made kill her father killed her father. So really, it's Jonas's fault that her father's dead.
Yeah, for sure. And of course we get this sequence where she is putting the taxi union button on his, I would say an unmarked grave, but it is marked with his name as Jerry Fletcher.
Oh, well, because it's still kind of fresh. They probably actually haven't put one of the slotted gravestones there yet. Yeah.
But why is it not like a regular tombstone? Because he's not a soldier?
No, he was.
I know he was, but because if I look at it right there, some of these guys don't have an actual tombstone, just a plaque on the floor. I don't know how you guys do fucking.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
It could be of what department in the military or rank.
Oh,
If you were killed in action, maybe, but if you just died because you're a veteran, they put you in a different.
I don't know. I don't know how you guys do that thing.
I know it's Arlington, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's so weird because Arlington has nothing to do with like New York, so I don't know how they fit everything together. But
I'm assuming they did that because Lowry pulled strings.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know. But sort of like that final shot where, because she has that closure about her dad, essentially she killed her father's murderer, or at least the guy who made it happen, I guess, in a way. And because she has that closure, she can come back to what she loved to do and sort of like lost the love for because somebody took her dad, and we'll call it in a mysterious fashion. Goes back on the horse, and we have that again. I don't know if it's a Richard Donner thing or a Warner Brothers thing. What I'm going to say is, like, there was a version of having either ambiguous endings or bad endings, where the main protagonist is at the end of the movie is dead. Now, there has been quite a few of them in the 90s. Let's say Fight Club is sort of an ambiguous ending.
Yeah,
right?
that's fair.
But this time around, we sort of get I want to say a happy ending in a way, because Jerry didn't really die. They didn't end up together, but they weren't supposed to be together.
No, but it's showing, but there's the opportunity there at the end where eventually, like, once all of Jonas's men are found, then they can be together. And like, she knows that he's alive because of the pin.
Yeah.
That he put on the horse's saddle, which I'm surprised that Lowry would let him get away with doing that.
Yeah. Because you after what they put her through, and after they saw how she reacted to the whole Jonas thing, you would think she would start actually looking for where Jerry is, not just being happy with the fact that he's alive.
That, and starting to dig as if she's following her own conspiracy theory.
Okay. And again, we mentioned this. Jerry's still not, he's not complete. He is a broken man or a broken toy because he is sort of the assassin that has no purpose and he did not actually complete his mission, essentially.
Yep.
Because of her, but it doesn't really matter what was the reason. And again, my wife mentioned it. He is like Jason Bourne. I was like, he is nothing like Jason Bourne. She said, well, they're both trained soldiers. They both volunteered for this covert mission, and they both lost the memory of what happened before.
Yeah, they're both.
And
sort of
now
amnesia
they're
acts,
broken.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, but Jason Bourne broken other people. Jerry did not.
Yeah, Jason Bourne per film kills how many people? It's a lot.
The John Wick area.
Yeah, I think the numbers escalate just like John Wick did as well.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of. You're always like bigger, better,
Yeah.
more kills. Just like Stallone and Schwarzenegger. In a way.
Well, it's also just like any horror film. The sequels
Yeah.
always has more bodies.
Okay. Terrifier 2. Fuck you. Can't believe I'm going to watch Terrifier 3.
Hey, you get to see Chris Jericho get killed. Chris Jericho's in Terrifier 3, and he gets murdered.
I mean, I don't
brutally.
wanna.
There's something I want to bring up. There's a film called where is it? Had it up. It's American Ultra, I think it's called.
Yeah.
American Ultra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it about MK
Yes.
Ultra?
Yep.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
It's,
I've read Go ahead.
It's got like that programming thing in it.
Mm.
That's the whole thing about the film. And they have to activate them to go and do whatever they were trying to do.
I mean, they've done a lot of different variations on the activation of people.
I would say, if anything, it's its own trope, which is just the Manchurian Candidate trope.
Yes.
Where the trigger word or a phrase or something that sets them off where they become a killer. Yeah. But American Ultra, that's a really odd deep cut because not a lot of people remember that movie.
I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that movie.
To be fair, one of the main stars is Kristen Stewart.
I'm not watching that movie. All right. So let's summarize. Scott, how'd you like the film? It was the first time for you, so you again, first watch, you missed a lot of things here and there, but overall, enjoyment.
10 out of 10 for enjoyment. That was up there for that. It's just it's the outrageousness and how I would say how he's keeping it all together, but he's not got it together. He's a mess.
Yeah.
Kind of like myself, a bit of a scatterbrain. I'm all over the shop. So I kind of loosely get what he's on about.
That's how it makes that character really relatable, because you don't necessarily believe all the stuff that he says, but it sounds really interesting. It's like if it's X-Files, you really want to believe Mulder and all his theories and the aliens and all that stuff. Yet you're not taking that extra step. And you're not with him all the way, but you really relate to his, his sort of crusade of what he's trying to do. Same with Jerry. You sort of like really understand all the stuff that he's going through, but he's really a really kooky guy, a really strange guy, but he's lovable. And that's why that character kind of works in this. He's not grounded in any way, shape, or form.
No.
but he's so
I'd
lovable
love to
that
work
you
with him.
have to love him. Yeah.
I'd love to work with the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Feelings?
I have mixed feelings about it.
That's fine. Even if you didn't like the movie, that's all good.
I thought Julia Roberts actually, like, typically, especially some of her latter films, I'm not a big fan of, but I thought she did a really great job in this one. Mel Gibson, the scene in his apartment was fantastic. Other than that, the stable scene I really didn't like, just because of just like you're having this massive realization in your mind, and you're just like, so this is what happened. I'm literally reading you a story right now. Overall, though, I would say if you're going to watch a film about conspiracy theories, this is more of a popcorn movie. Same with another film we're going to be covering next week. But if you want to watch like a really deep one, watch like JFK. They go way off the reservation. And I would say you could even say they go back into the left of the reservation.
Yeah. Back and to the left of the reservation. Maybe we should have done JFK, but we're not. We're not.
We wanted to have fun this month. That's why we didn't do JFK.
I know. To me, this was a fun ride. All of the theories I kind of knew about, especially the one about the fucking earthquake, which I found fucking hilarious because nobody hates NASA like Hollywood. Hollywood hates NASA because NASA kind of revealed the fact that Hollywood and them were working very tightly during a certain period of moon landing time. That's another conspiracy theory. No, I'm just kidding. There's some of those theories nowadays they were kind of proven, even though if you put them through any sort of AI data scraper or whatever, you're like, no, this was not proven, even though people proved it. Again, they went really surface deep and not all the way through. They didn't mention Charles Manson in connection with MK Ultra. They didn't mention several other things that had to do with they didn't mention Watergate at all in this, which was weird because even at surface level, you're like, really?
They only mentioned the Armand Hammer.
Some of the people who broke in were the people who were in the fucking JFK assassination. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Really weird stuff that are coincidence at best or really fucking insane if it's true. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they could go into, but they didn't need to, because at the very end of it, it's the story of a guy who did something and it's on the tip of his brain, but he can't get it out. And the fact that he's a bumbling buffoon gets him into trouble rather than just being a conspiracy nut. So entertaining wise, I would say like Hagar, entertaining 10 out of 10. Good movie, I would say a 6 or a 7. I don't like to give numbers, you know me, but it's an okay movie with a really fun premise. And I actually did like Mel Gibson acting in this because it's what if Riggs was gone way off the deep end. That's Jerry Fletcher, right? Martin Riggs, but all like really crazy. And that's it. That's what it is. All right. That's all for conspiracy theory for this week. Next week, we're going even deeper because it's way more focused on something way different. And it is Enemy of the State with Will Smith and the late great Gene Hackman, and also Lisa Bonet and Regina King, all that good stuff. So go watch Enemy of the State and come back to us and we'll talk about it. Hagar, Hope you had a good time. And
Great time, Brett. Thank you
Feelings.
for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Feelings, I'll see you next week. And
Hagar, it's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, good
Let's
to
not
see
let
you.
it be
Yeah,
7
man.
years again, all right?
Yeah.
right. And
I'm going to
remember,
try and
guys.
get down this year.
Yeah, and remember, guys, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. We'll see you next week.
You're still here? It's over.